Good afternoon, Leo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and just give you your fertility reading here, and it's valid until the end of this year. And Leo's happy birthday, by the way. Certainly hope that you're enjoying your birthday here. Okay. Now, what I've decided to do today, Leo, is going to use my Lenormand's deck. Actually, I'm using two different decks here to just do your fertility reading. And I'm going to be asking two questions or focusing on answering two questions. First, the first spread would deal with whether one of you is infertile, and the second one reading would be a more extended reading on your situation here. Okay? Keep in mind, Leos, this reading will not resonate with every Leo out there, so keep that in mind. But for those that it does resonate, please be sure to like and share and subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. Okay, let's go on and get started with our looking at our first question here. Is just to see whether one of you is for infertile, because a lot of couples these days are really trying desperately to conceive, and it's always good to kind of look and see if one of you is infertile so that you can see what your best next step would be. Okay? So let's examine these top cards first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to make a few observations and then we're going to get into the reading here. I'm certainly seeing good fortune here, and it looks like it's a positive outlook is to be expected for you guys. I'm feeling that you're going to be making a fortunate decision. But I'm also seeing that some of you might have to go through a surgery or have some type of medical type intervention or use of a medical instrument here or an extraction that I'm getting from just looking at these cards here. And this is general. So now let's get into more of these specifics here, okay? Let's start with your bottom card here. We have the ship, okay? So with the ship, that's connected with Jupiter. And this card is all about adventure, travel, as well as change here, you know. It also shows, ladies and gentlemen, that the timing for fertility or adoption for some of you, if you're interested in that, is right, you know. It shows a lot of potential and opportunity. It shows that, you know, shows you're trying new things or taking new approaches, okay? So this card guarantees, ladies and gentlemen, that you're gonna get pregnant and you're definitely gonna carry your child full term. And it also shows that a pregnancy will in fact be very successful. I'm getting for some of you here. Okay. Now let's look at your other cards here. We have the clover. Okay. So with having the clover, that's all about an auspicious turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it further emphasizes the fact that a positive outcome is to be expected here. Okay? And then next to this, you have the sit card there. So with the sit, that's represents a sharp cut or an incision of some sort or a surgery. It also could represent that some of you might even have to have a C-section or a C-section type birth here. Okay? And then the next card here, we have the tree. And so the tree is all about, you know, our health, and our eating habits here. It's all about a growth here. Okay? So let's combine these cards here just to give you a story of what I'm kind of seeing here. You know, some of you might previously, I'm kind of getting, may have previously had an abortion or a miscarriage, and you required some type of medical intervention like in vitro to exist. And I feel that, once you do that, I feel that you're going to require that. And but I feel that once you do that, your good luck surrounds you. You know, but you might need to change how you eat, or perhaps, your doctor. And I feel that your doctor might even, in fact, put you on some type of a new dietary regime to kind of facilitate the pregnancy that you're kind of seeking here that I'm getting. Okay? But I definitely see that there's certainly a positive outcome here. So if it has been any problems, it seems that it's more so with, you guys maybe needing to eat properly and, maybe pursue fertility medications in here. But I don't see too many issues affecting the male here. It seems to be more centered around the female that I'm getting. Okay. And I'm also um, seeing here, just to move on to your next uh, set of cards here, just to give you a more extended view of what I'm kind of getting here in terms of your pregnancy here. So we're going to look at these cards now, and I'm just going to make a few observations about those here. I'm seeing, particularly with this child is going to be very clever, a karmic type child, okay? But I'm also getting that this child might be a bit autistic, and there may be some type of procedure that might need to be performed on this child once it's born, because I'm feeling that he or she could be potentially a bit sickly, but don't worry here, I'm getting, okay? I'm also seeing something connected with an emergency room or a hospital, you know, and the fact that you're going to be letting go of the past in some sense here. I'm seeing some type of inheritance of a home for some of you guys, or perhaps maybe even an important job that may come up as a result of property being blocked, or some of you might even be taking a leave of absence that I'm kind of getting here. Okay, so let's get more clarity on your reading here by just looking at the stork card here. Okay, with the stork, that's your bottom energy for this particular reading, and the stork is associated with both Jupiter as well as Uranus. And this card is all about changes, okay? It's all about improvement and relocation, just as we've seen with the ship card that sits above it, you know? And it also shows, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, the interest of a child or a birth in some sense here. And it shows success after going through an arduous time. So keep your head up with this card. So when you look at both of these cards here, the bottom energy here, they're very, very good cards here. Okay? So what we're going to do now with this top line is kind of look and see what you've kind of experienced already, or what you may be in the process of experiencing, and what you can expect, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So you have the mountain. So with the mountain, that card is connected with Saturn. So this card is all about, delays and obstacles of all sorts. And, really just getting tired of just waiting patiently for things to kind of materialize. It's all about a feeling of kind of, really getting nowhere or going nowhere. And it shows a difficult blockage in some sense here. Okay? Now I'm just going to go on and just give you the highlights of these cards, and then I'm going to give you a consolidated story so that you can understand here. Okay, next we have the house. So with the house, the moon is connected with that card, and that card is all about domestic affairs, contentment, settling down, stability, as well as security. It shows your hopes, your desires here. Next here we have the key. And with the key, Uranus and the North Lunar nodes govern this card, and it's connected with destiny as well as twists of fate, similar to the clover here. Auspicious turn of events here. Wishes materializing in a life-changing event here. Okay. Next we have the fox. So with the fox, new Neptune is connected with that card, and of course, as you would imagine, just as the fox looks here, this card is all about lies and manipulation and disloyalty, or just a shady type business, and really a need to kind of examine your situation a bit further, or to in fact get a second opinion here. Okay, so this next card is your child, so this is what I used as your significator. So I'm going to go back and just give you a more consolidated story of what these cards are trying to tell you here. Okay, so I'm kind of getting here that many of you experienced, many challenges conceiving. Perhaps there was a blockage of some sort which really prevented you from conceiving, or some of you discovered, perhaps that you were even pregnant, or um, and then after you found out that you were pregnant, you started kind of getting your house ready, or you might be in process of getting it ready for this baby here. Okay, but lo and behold, I'm feeling that some of you may have had like a topic or a tubal type pregnancy, and the doctor kind of maybe put many of you on bed rest or really couldn't figure out your problem, ladies and gentlemen, or in fact misdiagnosed your problem, which led you to kind of see another doctor because you felt that you were kind of being misled here. Okay? And I'm feeling too that while destiny really appears to be at play, I feel that many of you may have switched your hormonal type treatment, or you will switch your treatment because it seems it wasn't really working the way that the way that you really would have wanted it to work here. Okay? So let's look at your future cards here. We have once again the sit, which is the same as this card. Okay, so you see that it repeated itself in this reading here. So with the sit here, that's connected with Mars. Okay, so that's all about that surgery, that incision that I explained to you from the onset here, and it's an abrupt decision that you're going to be making. Next, that sits there is a tower that's associated with or connected with Saturn, and this is all about an official type business or official building of some sort. So it connects with a hospital, a medical facility, or in fact a clinic of some sort. Okay, and then you have the letter there. Okay, so that connects with Mercury, and it's all about news of all sorts here. It's all about a response to something. It's all about an announcement here. So I'm gonna just combine all of these cards just to help you understand what's kind of coming towards you. Okay, so it looks like many of you will have to kind of go to a medical facility to have a surgery of some type because it looks like medical intervention is going to be required to help facilitate or foster pregnancy. And I see that many of you during this process, you're going to be kind of tracking, you know, your ovulation. I'm kind of getting via a chart of some sort, you know. But I'm feeling that there is a strong possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that a miscarriage or even, in fact, a premature birth might, in fact, occur. I'm kind of getting here. But it looks like that you're going to be successful. I'm kind of getting in and having this baby. But it looks like that it's either a C-section birth or premature, or for some of you, it could even potentially, be a miscarriage. Okay? So I wanted to add just a few more additional cards here to give you some added advice into your situation here. And I decided to use the angel oracle cards here. And then you have compassion here. So with compassion, that's associated with Archangel Zedekiah. Okay? So what this card is kind of telling you is to try to soften your heart with respect to how you're feeling about, getting pregnant or adopting. Okay? And all the people that's really involved, including yourself, okay? And understand here that, again, to further emphasize the success that's going to be coming towards you, you have victory here. And this angel is wanting you to know that your prayers have been heard and they have been answered. And try to have faith, as you go along through the remainder of this year, okay? Also, ladies and gentlemen, breathe, which is very important. And this is from Archangel Raphael. So this angel is asking you to try to take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to kind of awaken your energy and try to learn how to release old patterns that really have been holding you back, which it seems that you are going to be letting go of certain situations that have not benefited you. Okay? And then you have passion. Okay? And this is from Archangel Haniel. So this angel is asking you to kind of trust and follow your renewed passion and your love life, as well as your career, because it looks like many of your careers are going to be, in fact, taken off as well. Okay? Also, have crystal clear intentions this angel wants you to have. Okay? And this is Archangel Michael. He asks that you be clear about what you desire and kind of focus upon it with unwavering faith. Okay? And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, understand that Archangel Shermul is really helping you, and he's indicating to you that he's helping you with not only of your spiritual soulmate relationship, but also through this fertility issue that you've been kind of having, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share, subscribe, and send me over your comments. If you like a more personal reading, you can contact me at will.brown at watconsultinginc.net. Okay? I look forward to hearing from you and have a nice day. Thanks a lot.